I just found out this morning.
Sabrina Bertel. Unmute, please.
There you go. Okay, Your Honor, I unmuted.
Thank
Can you
you.
hear me? You're welcome. Thank you. Okay.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sabrina Marie Bartel, file number 22-03153. Looks like there was an error in the file number on here. Okay, Ms. Bartel, today was the date and the time that was set for an arraignment on a probation violation.
Yes, ma'am.
I have here a request and summons for a probation violation. The allegation is that you violated the terms of your probation by committing the following technical probation violations. It states that you failed to refrain from controlled substances per EverHealth on March 17, 2023, and that you tested positive for cocaine on March 17, 2023, and that you verbally admitted to this to the probation officer that you had smoked crack cocaine.
This
So you
is
have the
correct.
right to have a contested hearing. And you have the right to have the prosecution and the probation department bring forth evidence to prove by a preponderance of the evidence whether or not you violated the terms of your probation. Now recognize that this request states in the plain language of the violation that you admitted to smoking crack cocaine, but that does not mean that you should not or that you need to waive your right to a hearing, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
And you have the right to be represented by counsel during this violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Possible ramifications of a violation of probation could result in your probation being revoked. You could be sentenced to a term of jail time. It could be extended. You could have increased sanctions or increased testing or oversight. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Did you want to request a court-appointed counsel to represent you for this violation?
No, Your Honor, I really would just love to plead guilty because I did have a weak moment.
Can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, and so you're indicating that you want to waive your right so that you can enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Anybody threatening you or making any promises to you to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty to the violation?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, as for the violation that you failed to refrain from controlled substance and that you tested positive for cocaine, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, and so you were on a probation status before this court, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I had just got on probation the 17th and I needed to drop on the 19th. And I had a weak moment because I couldn't get the money to do the drop. People came over. I just had a weak moment, but I stopped myself immediately and I told the probation officer the very next morning. And I have had clean drops ever since then. I'm still in my intensive outpatient at Crystal Ray. That's where I'm at right now, Zooming you in class. I'm doing very well. I've went to a meeting every single day since my relapse, except for 2 out of the 3 weeks I've went to a meeting every single day, but 2 days. So I'm really focused on just recovering from that and moving forward to sobriety.
Okay, so ma'am, I know you indicated on the record that you had a weak moment, and I could probably read between the lines, but I need you to be more clear. Did you have a
Okay.
weak moment and you used crack cocaine?
Yes,
Okay,
that's what
and
I'm
you
talking about.
You knew it was crack cocaine when you used it?
Yes, it was, ma'am.
Okay, and you knew that that was in violation of your your probation status, that is correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. And I appreciate your candor, ma'am. I also appreciate you sharing with the court what you've done since that time to get back on track. And you are correct, you had just been placed on a term of probation. I think I placed you on probation on March 6th. And so this is the very nature and reason why you're on probation, to address this issue. And so it looks like you're doing the other things that the court has required you to do. Your probation officer indicated that you are already testing 1 time a week and you're doing your intensive outpatient. They want to add meetings, NA meetings 2 times a week and
Okay.
hold any jail time in advance. I'm going to continue your probation at this time because I believe that you are being upfront and that you're doing the best that you can do. You are
Thank you,
where
Your
you're
Honor.
supposed to be right now, and you're making efforts to further your recovery. And so we'll hold any jail time in advance at this time. We're going to add 12-step meetings 2 times a week to your probation requirements. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I don't.
You're all set, and good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. Sandra Cantwell here. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sandra K. Cantwell, phone number 23-00941. Council appearance.
Brian Reagan on behalf of the people.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee appearing on behalf of Sandra Cantwell.
Okay, Ms. Cantwell, how are you?
Good.
Today's the date and the time that is set for a pre-trial.
Yeah.
How are we proceeding?
I would leave it to the defense, Your Honor.
Counsel?
Your Honor, the prosecutor has conveyed an offer to us. Ms. Cantwell is considering that offer. However, at this time, we would like to set the matter for a final pretrial conference.
Okay, what's the offer?
The offer was two different offers, that she could plead guilty under 7694A or to a lesser of a disorderly person or disturbing the peace.
Okay, ma'am, you need time to consider that offer?
Yeah, sure. Yes, what does he want me to do?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Okay,
Do you need time to consider the offer?
yes.
Okay, thank you. Come to final picture. Most likely. I don't know. We can do
Final free trial, June 26th,
June 26th will be the final pre-trial.
and the jury trial will be July 3rd.
July 3rd. July 3rd will be the jury trial. Both of those are at 8 o'clock in the morning in person at the court, okay? Get you a copy of your notice to appear. The offer that was extended that needs to be accepted before the jury trial. So it's gonna expire at the time of the final pretrial, okay? Okay. Is there a question back here?
My friend doesn't understand what you were asking her. She was gonna take the lesser plea of these.
She doesn't
No.
she doesn't have
I've
to-
got lawyers.
There's
Oh, I thought
that.
You told me yesterday. No.
Okay, there's
It's
that.
okay.
Thank you. Good
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear,
All
okay?
right, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing on behalf of people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Nothing for the defense.
Wait a
Thank you,
moment.
Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, who's representing Mr. Huffman?
I am your.
Are we having a hearing? And then we do Wetzel.
No, we're not gonna have a hearing.
Sounds good. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Dale Wetzel, file number 22-02354. Mr. Wetzel, today's the date and the time that was set for an arraignment on a probation violation. I have here a request and summons for probation violation. The allegation are that you violated the terms of your probation by committing the following acts. One, that you failed to submit to random drug testing at Reality Counseling back on March 13, 2023, and that you were suspended from domestic violence program at Cognitive Consultants on February 22nd, 2023, due to lack of payment. There's also the allegations that you committed the following non-technical probation violations. That you failed to adhere to the no contact order back on March 22nd, 2023, and that you displayed assaultive, threatening behavior on March 22nd, 2023. So you have the right to be represented by counsel during these violations. You also have the right to have a contested hearing. You have the right to have the prosecution and the probation department put forth evidence to establish by preponderance of the evidence if you in fact violated the terms of your probation status. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
If you're found to be in violation of probation, you can be sentenced to a term of jail time, or your probation can be extended, or it can be enhanced with other measures put in place to assist the goal in getting oversight during probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Are you requesting an attorney? I'm sorry?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I am.
The court will enter a plea of not guilty at this time for the violation. We're gonna get you set for a hearing. I don't know if we need to add a slot, but it needs to be quick because.
Okay, I do have a quick question, Your Honor, if I could ask one.
Give me just a moment.
Okay.
Because of the technical violations, I want it in person soon. That's fine. April 24th at 1:30. Okay, hearing set for April 24th at 1:30 in person at the court.
Okay, thank you.
What was your question, sir?
I was just curious that if I plead not guilty, am I contesting the non-technical or the technical violations, or both of them?
You're contesting all of them, and that just gives you an opportunity to counsel with the attorney first, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, so we'll see you on April 24th at 1:30 PM in person at the court, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. You want to get
Breakout room with Mr. Lee.
Let me put you in the breakout room with the public defender, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Dustin Robert Huffman, file number 21-03193. Appearances for the record.
Brian Ring on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Nolly on behalf of the defendant Dustin Huffman, who is appearing separately from the County Jail.
How are you, Mr. Huffman?
I'm doing good, Your Honor.
Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a hearing on a probation violation. Are we running a hearing on this?
Your Honor, it's my understanding the two allegations from August 30th, he does not dispute. August 30th of 2022 is what I have. I don't see any other allegations.
That's the only violation I see in here. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so, Mr. Huffman, you were previously arraigned on these violations. I think there are three technical violations here. And one is that you failed to pay fines and costs. The amount due was $246 as of August 4th, 2022, but your total amount due was $485. Technical violation that you failed to complete outpatient substance abuse treatment and pay the fees and provide proof of completion to the court. And the last technical violation was that you failed to report to probation back in September 2022, your report date being the second Thursday of each month. You've been advised of your right to have a contested hearing, and you've also been advised of your right to be represented by counsel. You want to waive your hearing today and enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Is anybody making any promises to you to get you to waive your rights to a hearing today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, is anybody threatening you at all to get you to waive your rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you pleading guilty to the violations because you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As to the violations that you failed to pay fines and cost amount due in total of $485, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And the violation that you failed to complete outpatient substance abuse treatment, at least as of August 30th, 2022, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And then as to the violation of that you failed to report to probation back in September 2022, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Have a factual basis, counsel.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Hoffman, you remember when you were put back on probation in 2022, was it?
February of 2022, yes. In front of, Your Honor, Ms. Simmons.
You're Justin, it's me, Sarah. I'm talking. I'm asking you the questions, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So when you were put on probation, were you and when you were sentenced, were you ordered to pay fines and costs?
Yes, I was. I believe so, yes.
All right. And did you ever make payments on what you owed?
No, I have not.
All right. And are you working right now?
No, I've been currently laid off.
All right. Do you get any disability?
I am currently fighting for my Social Security benefits. And I have an appointment with Social Security on May the 3rd.
All right. Were you also, do you remember being ordered to complete outpatient substance abuse treatment by probation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And have you enrolled in any outpatient substance abuse treatment?
I have enrolled and I'm currently waiting for the scheduled date and time.
Okay, but have you provided any proof of that yet to probation?
No, I have not.
All right, and you know that you are also ordered by your probation officer to report once a month, correct?
Correct.
Did you report in September of last year?
No, I did not.
Did you stop reporting?
I stopped reporting back in March of 2022.
You said you stopped reporting or you started reporting in March?
I stopped reporting to Mr. Ledesma on March of 2022.
Or were you, is that, you talking about this year or last year?
It's possible.
Last year.
I believe I have established factual basis of the allegation.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea if finding your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. It's plausible that he only reported once and stopped then. That's how we got to where we were in this file. Anyways, nonetheless, the recommendation is for jail time to be imposed at the court's discretion. Looks like he still has never made any payments. It says that the probation department met with the defendant back on the 6th of April. That he stated he was enrolled in outpatient with Genesee Health. However, he failed to provide any proof. He also stated he's going to his AA meetings, but he did not provide any proof. And then he is not currently enrolled in testing. He claims he's 4 months sober, but he's on the wait list for Mott's College for GED. Other concern that the court has, and I'm going to let you make allocution. I just wanted to highlight my concerns. At the time that I sentenced him, his pre-sentence report and recommendation was very clear that due to his lengthy criminal history, he was not a good candidate for probation. And I deviated from that recommendation, and I told him then that there would be required strict compliance with the probation status. And that if he violated, he would be serving the remaining balance of his time in jail, only to be released into substance abuse inpatient. That was the promise I made to him.
Yes, ma'am.
What is he in custody for now? Is he being held on this?
No, Your Honor, he missed a connector last week. He's a retail fraud second in front of Judge Allen, and he had failed to appear for a pretrial conference on April 10th or 11th. So he got arrested on Friday. They arraigned him today and gave him another court date, another personal contact.
Okay, you can make allocution on this.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. In regards to Mr. Huffman, I do see that there are clear concerns that Mr. Huffman can comply with probation. I imagine that they're the same concerns they were today as they were when he was sentenced. That being, it is my understanding per the what I got from Ms. Bayless, the probation officer, that it seems like he did attend, go to Odyssey House for a time, was even in their outpatient programming. But those outpatient services were canceled in September of 2022. I do believe that Mr. Huffman struggles with, financial things. We've already stated he doesn't work. He doesn't get disability at this time. So it's going to be hard for him to pay for these things as well as whatever he's going to have to deal with out in Allen. Obviously, I don't believe that jail is the right solution for him. I do believe that he is in need of many services, in which he himself is trying to get them from, we discussed how he wants to do these things for himself as well as not just the court. He wants to have a better life for himself. Like he said, he's trying to get his GED. It's just that I believe that there are a lot of limitations to what Mr. Huffman can do, physically and mentally. If the court, he has discussed with Ms. Bayless, she has laid out very clear terms for him to maintain himself on probation. I believe that he has the capability of following those instructions. Your Honor, I just don't know how well he's going to be able to accomplish them all, given his situation. But again, if the alternative is serving out a sentence or being continued on probation, we would hope that the court would consider keeping on probation, at least until we at least figure out what's gonna go out in Judge Allen's courtroom as well. If the court would allow.
That's a retail fraud?
Retail fraud second right now, but Judge Allen is hard pressed to, even on retail fraud Thursday, he'll put you on probation for that.
I'm sure. No, I don't see anywhere in the notations from Ms. Bayless that she had proof or evidence he participated in anything as relates to treatment. And upon his own,
I did
Statement.
complete. I'm sorry.
you can say what you wanted to say.
I did complete inpatient at New Path Drug Treatment Program. I did complete that. Now I just gotta complete the outpatient drug treatment program.
When did you complete that, sir?
I completed the inpatient, I believe in December. Yeah, December of last year.
Of 2022?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna need to provide evidence of that to your probation officer. Although this violation did not address everything, there's potentially, or should have been potentially, more violations than you were actually assessed. You were ordered, and I'm gonna go over my original judgment again,
Okay.
to serve 93 days Ingham County Jail with credit for 9 days. I said I would suspend the balance upon successful completion of 12 months probation. While you were on probation, I ordered you to attend a 12-step program and provide written verification. I ordered that you participate in outpatient substance abuse and provide verification. And I ordered you to obtain a GED or high school diploma and provide verification. You've not done any of those things so far. And some of these things you've not been cited for yet. I'm going to give you one last chance and opportunity to get on track, primarily because you have a new probation officer, and your statement was that you stopped reporting to Ms. Ledesma within a month of you being placed on probation. I have no reason to dispute that as the truth. And so I think maybe with a different probation officer with a different oversight style, you may have a better chance of being successful. And so I'm extending your probation 6 months. I've reiterated the order of the court as it relates to the treatment that you need to be doing in the programming, and you need to provide verification of all those things. You saying that you did those to either myself or to the probation officer will not suffice. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
We need written verification from the entities whereby you have completed the services, and they need to be brought to your probation department or your probation officer, which is Ms. Bayless, immediately. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you also need to provide proof that you're on the waiting list for Mott's College for GED. Do you understand that?
I can try to do that, but I wouldn't know how to do that.
Okay, well, you find out from their admissions office how you get proof of that. Somehow or another, you knew you were on the wait list for a GED program.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you figured that out, because Mott's College is not the only GED program available to you. And so if you're already on the wait list there and you're hard to settle on doing Mott's College program, then you need to show some good faith by letting us know that you're actually on the wait list for that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions at this time?
No, I do not.
Any additional matters for the record, council?
Nothing on behalf of the people. Thank you, Your Honor.
Enough defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Huffman.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that all we have?
There were four this afternoon.
That's all we have. Let's see here. Thank you, Mr. Lee.